Hello and beautiful good morning from Stockholm Arlanda Airport. It is 3 in the morning, but that is okay because today we'll be reviewing Scandinavian Airlines. I'll be flying to Bodø today via Oslo. There'll be 2 flights in one video that I'll be reviewing, so I'm excited. I'll be flying on SAS Plus today compared to last time when I flew with SAS where I only flew economy class. Because SAS Plus isn't that much of a difference price-wise with economy class, if you have to book seats and purchase lounge access and everything, I decided, I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna try out SAS Plus, see what it's about, if it's better than economy or not. So yeah, join me in this adventure to Bodø. Anyway, I'm gonna go in and check in real quick and I'll see you guys inside. Well, all checked in and everything. Let me tell you this, I have not gotten that SAS Plus experience so far because firstly the lounge is closed and they don't open till like 5 a.m. My flight's boarding at 5:30. So to sit in the lounge for 15 minutes? It's not really gonna be worth it. Also, that's besides the point. Fast Track was also closed. SAS Plus includes Fast Track. It was closed, so I didn't really get that SAS Plus experience, but come on. So far it just feels like normal economy class. And another dumb thing with the lounge that I've noticed is they open it at 5 a.m. when the first flights are leaving at 6. Why not open it at 4 instead? Just so that the tired passengers and everything could get, lounge access, get something to eat before their flight. I don't understand why they open an hour before the first flight, but it is what it is. I'm gonna make my way to my gate now, and once I'm at the gate, I'm gonna give you guys some information about this flight. So as I'm walking to my gate, I noticed this pretty beauty right here. The Sun Class Airbus A330neo. Standing this close to it, it looks a lot bigger than you think it is. So before we board, I'm going to give you guys some information about today's flight. So our first flight that we'll be flying with is Scandinavian Airlines Flight 481, which is scheduled on a 6-year-old Airbus A320neo with registration SE-ROP. That is our first plane that will be taking us to Oslo this morning. And on the second flight is scheduled on a 737, which SAS only has 4 of them remaining as of the recording of this video. They're about to phase them out pretty soon. But I'm going to give you guys the second flight information when I arrive in Oslo. So I'll see you guys on board when we are boarding. So guys, welcome aboard the Scandinavian Airlines Airbus A320neo with a seat configuration of 3-3 in all economy class with 180 seats. I'm going to show you guys around my seat a little bit. You got the USB outlet, which is very good for intra-European flights. You got the safety card, the menu, the SAS Wi-Fi information, little seat pocket which looks a little cute, and this is their leg room, which is very generous for someone who's 6'4" like me, who's very tall. And you got this little tray table here, which looks very neat as well, looks clean and everything. And so here's the recline. It's doesn't really recline a lot, but it's not the worst recline in the world. But the seat itself, it's very comfortable actually, better than some airlines that I've flown. So that was a little seat tour there. Also, before we take off, I gotta mention this real quick. Nobody's sitting next to me or on my entire row, which is very good, considering I wouldn't have to bother anyone to get up or, if I want to have to go to the bathroom or do a loo review or if I want to stretch my legs or anything. So we're good, we're rolling. However, on my next flight, well, it'll be a fully crowned flight, so I'm not really looking forward for that bit. So I'm gonna try and take advantage of this free row that I got, but yeah, apart from that, there's nothing much really happening, so I'll see you guys on cruise. I'm gonna switch to GoPro now, that's on the seat in front of me.
Nödutgången passerar bak, över vingarna och i den främre delen av kabinen. Det är markerat med upplysta skyltar. Ljus i mittgången kommer att visa vägen ut. Lägg märke till var den närmaste nödutgång finns.
Alright, so we just started cruising and the crew just handed us over breakfast, which I was very surprised about. I did not think they would serve us breakfast like this in SAS Plus, but look at this. Just for a 15-minute flight, this is very generous, so I'm just gonna go in and dig in real quick. I'm halfway in, and I gotta say, this bread is warm and it tastes great. The salami did taste a little funny though. I haven't tried this yogurt yet, but I got myself a little coffee as well. The cheese tasted alright, but wow, good job SAS on the bread. This tasted really good. And that concludes the breakfast service. The crew were very friendly and very service oriented, which I appreciate from SAS. Anyway, before we land, I'm gonna go and do a loo review real quick, so come on with me. Right guys, loo review time. I'm in the rear toilet of the A320neo because the front one was occupied, so I had to walk all the way back here, but let's open this up. Clean. No amenities, but I do like that mood lighting. And enough papers to go around. And you got this little thing here for toddlers. And then you got me. Hello. I gotta say though, that breakfast was fantastic, and I was really surprised by the fact that they even served breakfast on this short flight. That does in fact compensate for the fact that lounge was closed before we boarded, so yeah. Now I got to eat something and I got to eat properly, so good job SAS. Seatbelt signs are on, so that means we're on approach now to Oslo. I'm going to switch to the GoPro now and I'll see you guys in Oslo.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
Alright, so we made it here in Oslo Gardermoen Airport. I'm on my way to my gate now, but that flight was very good. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. The crew were friendly, the service was very quick, the aircraft was very clean. Anyway, enough of me rambling, let's go to our gate. Actually, no. I forgot I had lounge access here in Oslo as well because I'm flying SAS Plus. So I'm actually going to make my way to the lounge because I've got an hour and 30-minute connection here. So let's make our way to the SAS Domestic Lounge and I'll see you guys there. Would you look at that? LOL. Alright, so we just arrived to the Gardermoen Lounge. I gotta talk a little bit quiet now because, it's a lounge. People want to, relax and eat and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, you gotta respect it. Well, as for myself, I got myself a little sandwich with the oatmeal and iced tea. They tasted really good. Good job, SAS, once again. But before I leave the lounge, I gotta say that this lounge is actually one of the greater SAS lounges that actually exist. The one in Arlanda, I've been there previously. The quality isn't as good as here in Oslo, but the superior lounge is obviously Kastrup's, Copenhagen Kastrup's lounge. Like, that lounge is unbeatable. It's so good with the selection and lounge design and everything and its size. This one comes in second place in my opinion. The one in Arlanda, it needs a major renovation. It's lacking so badly in quality. But other than that, my experience here at the lounge is finished. So I'll make my way shortly to the gate and I'll see you guys there. Alright, so here's the plane behind me that I'm going to be flying with today. This 21-year-old Boeing 737-700 with registration LN-TUM, the second oldest plane in Scandinavian Airlines' fleet as of September 2023. And as of September 2023, there's only 5 Boeing 737-700s remaining in SAS's fleet. But this one behind me is the oldest passenger plane in SAS's fleet. But yeah, when we get on board, I'll give you a little bit more information about this flight. Oh yeah, before I forget, this flight is to Bodø. I almost forgot to say the destination, which was the most important thing. I apologize.
På vegne av Scandinavian Airlines, ønsker deg god tur.
So guys, welcome aboard the Boeing 737-700 taking us to Bodø on SK flight 4104, registration LN-TUM, and this 737-700. This 737-700 features 141 seats on a 3-3 configuration in all economy class. And this is the first time I'm flying the 737 on a little bit of a longer flight. Last time I flew it, it was to Trondheim, which was only like, what, a 40-minute flight. This flight to Bodø is like an hour and 20, which is really good. I'm actually looking forward to this flight. We don't need that much of a seat tour, to be honest, because the seat itself is the exact same. Look, legroom equally as generous for someone who's 6'4". The only difference, I'd say, is the safety on board card. Yeah. And also the fact that it's sticky, which doesn't really look good, but oh well. It isn't the aircraft's fault. But hey, we got a really nice wing view. But I did take a look around. The aircraft is very clean and it's in a very good condition. Apart from the fact that, the safety card in front of me was sticky, which, yeah, that wasn't good. Alright, they just finished boarding now. I'm gonna switch to GoPro now, and I'll see you guys at cruise. Alright, so we're now cruising over Norwegian airspace. The sun is shining like crazy, and I'm surprised because we got yet another breakfast service, which was kind of not expected. I thought they were going to start serving us with, you know, I thought they were going to go around and serve the usuals, you know, snacks and beverages and that, but no, they gave us a whole breakfast pack, just exactly like on the last flight, which is quite surprising. It's the exact same thing apart from the fact that the yogurt is a little bit different, but I'm still waiting to get my coffee and bread though, which is coming any second now. And that concludes the service on board this flight. The breakfast was very good. It was actually kind of better than the previous flight I took. The cheese tasted a little better. And the yogurt actually did taste a little better as well, but the butter was rock hard. That's the only minus I had about the breakfast. Apart from that, it was really, really good. The crew were very friendly, and they were very quick at service, despite the fact that this flight is fully crowded. Alright, so let's do a little Loo review before we land. This Loo is a little bit more boring than the A320neo, but it is what it is. It doesn't have that cool lighting that the A320neo had, but at least the toilet itself is clean and everything. And yeah, since this is an older plane, of course the toilet looks very much older. And as I said, wow, this plane is in a very good condition. Oh my god. Wow. We're 45 minutes into the flight, by the way, and there's still no Wi-Fi, so I assume that the Wi-Fi service is completely unavailable throughout this flight, which, you know, it is what it is. Last time I flew this aircraft to Trondheim, it did have Wi-Fi, so I don't think the aircraft itself has Wi-Fi issues. I think it's just, you know, this flight where it's just unavailable. So now that the service is over and I've done a Loo review and that sort of stuff, I guess I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the rest of this flight because, you know, these 737s are actually getting retired in a month or two, so I gotta try and enjoy these as much as I can before they're gone for good, because who knows, this might be my last time flying on a 737, so you know, I better take the opportunity while I can. Alright, so they just turned on the fasten seatbelt signs, and the crew just announced that we are starting our approach towards Bodø, so I'm gonna switch to the GoPro now, and I'll see you guys in Bodø. Alright, here we are at Bodø Airport. My first time here, first impressions, the airport is very small. I thought it would be a little bit bigger, but it's actually very small. But it's still an interesting airport. I just deboarded my flight. I'm gonna go to the arrivals hall and then go right back in here again, just so you know, I could check in and hop on my next flight here, because my next flight's leaving in 4 hours. It's another flight to Oslo, but this time it's on an A320. I've already done a A321 review, so you know, it wouldn't be worth it to do 3 flights in one, especially if it's like the same route. But I think I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, because that helps me out a lot. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to my channel with the notifications on, because that also helps me out a lot. And you basically won't miss any future videos of mine. So yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.